All right, and we are back here on the GSMC football podcast. And for the final part of the show, we are going to now get into talking about the top five teams after week 12, giving my power rankings for this week. So let's get right into that. All right, my bad. Uh, hit the wrong graphic there. But anyways, so once again, I mean, it's tough to rank these teams week to week, and I kept saying how the number five spot is always a revolving door. Well, it's a revolving door once again because we have now the Ravens are number five. Um, got back on track, won against the Chargers. Lamar Jackson continues to play well. I mean, right now him and Josh Allen. I think that's what it's going to come down to, unless Saquon Barkley just continues the pace that he's on. He's got to be a part of the conversation, but it's probably going to be a quarterback once again, and it's either going to be Lamar Jackson or Josh Allen. But yeah, they're 8-4 right now. The defense played better last night. Once J.K. Dobbins went down, that hurt the Chargers' offense. Um, but that was a good Chargers team that they beat. Now they got the Eagles coming in, and that is going to be a very tough game. Um, both teams are playing well. That is going to be one of the best games of the weekend, and we'll make sure to talk about it tomorrow. Because tomorrow is going to become the preview show. Because usually we do power rankings on Wednesday, but because of the short week, had to move everything up a day or two. So, that's going to be a fun game. But the Ravens, look, they still got a shot at a top two seed. They still got a shot at the division. They're tied with the Steelers for the same amount of wins, although the Ravens have one more loss than the Steelers. But I still think this team is going to win the division. And they're going to be very dangerous. Derrick Henry didn't get into the end zone last night. I mean, he did, but got called back. But he's been unbelievable this year. The Ravens were missing some guys. I know Roquan Smith didn't play last night, but hopefully they get him back soon. This is a solid football team. And Justin Tucker, made his field goals last night. So, that was a good win for the Ravens. A good way to get back on track. But, yeah, I have them at number five. At number four, I could have put them a spot or two higher, but I have the Philadelphia Eagles. They have really hit their stride. They have won, I believe, now 7 straight. They are playing some good football right now. I mean, Saquon Barkley was unbelievable on Sunday night. This is what he could do behind a good offensive line. He has revitalized his career with Philly. And, Jalen Hurts has limited the turnovers. That is something that was a problem last year and a little bit in the beginning of this year, but hasn't really turned it over. They were missing Devontae Smith. You're going to be getting him back. A.J. Brown was banged up a little bit this year, but, he's been solid. The defense, though, compared to last year, this unit has been great. Getting pressure on the quarterback. The secondary has been solid with the young defensive backs that they have back there. With Blankenship and Mitchell and Cooper DeJean. This is a very good football team right now. They are dangerous. This is the team that you got to watch out for. Because right now they are the second best team in the NFC. And Lions better be careful. That's all I have to say. I said this. I thought this team was going to be very good going into the year. I had them, winning the division, and it looks like they're going to do that. And that's big credit to number 26, Saquon Barkley. So yeah, I have them at 4. You could probably move them up, but right now I got them at 4, and we'll see what happens when they play the Ravens this week. At 3, I still got the Buffalo Bills. They were on a bye. Josh Allen has had a great year so far, limiting the turnovers on his end. he's been able to build up a rapport with his receivers. I mean, they went through a lot of changes. No Stephon Diggs anymore, but it doesn't matter. Getting Amari Cooper was a solid move. Obviously they were coming off of that win against the Chiefs before the bye. I'd like to see them go on the road and beat a good team, because when they went on the road against the Ravens and the Texans early on, they struggled. So maybe they get another shot, or if they have to go to Arrowhead and play the Chiefs, maybe they get the best of them. But the Bills are playing good football right now. If they win on Sunday night against the 49ers, and if the Dolphins end up losing to the Packers on Thanksgiving, the Bills would have clinched the division with still a month to go in the season, which would be unbelievable. So, yeah, look, I only had them at 10 wins this year. So, they're going to get past that. They're going to get their usual 12. And, right now they are a top 2 seed. And maybe, if the Chiefs lose again and the Bills can win out, then they'd have the top seed. So we'll see how that goes. But, yeah, I have them at number 3. Then at the number 2 spot, I still have the Chiefs. They still found a way to get a win against the Panthers. And the Panthers have been playing better. But, for some reason, the Chiefs are 10-1, but they still have not played their best game yet. Still not there yet. And maybe we got to wait till the playoffs for that to happen. But Patrick Mahomes is playing a little bit better. Had a few more touchdowns in this game. They're going to be getting Isaiah Pacheco back. I think he's going to be playing this week against the Raiders, so that would be huge to get him back. You have a nice little duo between him and Kareem Hunt, who's done a nice job filling in. I'm a little concerned with the defense, because I feel like the defense is not as dominant as it was last year. I can't really put my finger on it, but it's just, they're not playing up to how they were a season ago. But we'll see what happens. There's still time to get things right. They're sitting in a great spot. They're the number 1 seed at the moment. And, that could be how it ends up with them once again reclaiming home field advantage, and teams got to go through Arrowhead. But they still haven't played their best game yet. And this week upcoming, they got the Raiders. So, and who knows who's going to be playing quarterback for the Raiders, whether it's Desmond Ridder, I don't know. But that should be a game that they win by a couple of scores. So, but, yeah, I got them at 2 still. And at 1, I got the Detroit Lions. They just continue to win games, although they're a little banged up right now. You had David Montgomery, who left the game, but I think he came back in. Amon-Ra St. Brown is dealing with a knee injury. You got a couple of guys questionable for this game against the Bears coming up. So, hopefully you get those guys back. You don't want injuries to plague this season, because the Lions just continue to dominate. You had the Colts coming off of that win against the Jets. Anthony Richardson, his second game back. But the Lions, were still able to get the win. They won by a few scores, but they didn't. It was kind of a close game for a little bit. But then the Lions were able to pull away and win. I think it was, what was the final score of that game? I think it was 24-6. But yeah, no, you have some guys that got banged up, and we'll have to keep an eye on the injury report going into this game on Thursday. Yeah, 24-6 they ended up winning. But yeah, no, it's gonna be interesting. You don't want to lose. I mean, if you lose Amon-Ra St. Brown, and David Montgomery, those are 2 big pieces. So right now Montgomery is questionable. And we'll see if there's any updates. So yeah, he didn't practice on Monday. Amon-Ra St. Brown didn't practice on Monday either. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. But it's a big divisional game. The Bears are starting to play better. Even though they've lost their last 2 games. So you don't want to lose that. You don't want to lose Amon-Ra St. Brown and David Montgomery. Those are big pieces on your offense. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. Like I said, I will preview the Thanksgiving games tomorrow, as well as the Black Friday game with the Chiefs and the Raiders. Um, we'll also get into all the other games as well. Um, yeah, no, it's gonna be a fun weekend. Looking forward to football on Thanksgiving. Just looking forward to Thanksgiving in general. Um, it should be good. But yeah, so I got the Lions at 1. So to go through it again: Ravens 5, Eagles 4, Bills 3, Chiefs 2, Lions 1. Again, you could probably move them around, but that's kind of how I have it right now. The Eagles, I mean, their win impressed me. Their defense has been good. Saquon has made a huge difference for this team, and they got to continue to revolve that offense around him. And the Eagles are not 100% healthy yet. I know, and losing Brandon Graham for the season, that's unfortunate. But, it happens. And they should be getting Devontae Smith back on offense, so that'll be good. And, yeah, I mean, big game between the Ravens and the Eagles. Looking forward to that. And then you got the Bills and the 49ers as well on Sunday night. So there's a lot to look forward to this weekend. A lot of football. We got the bowl games coming up in college football. This is rivalry week for for college football. So we'll get into some of the matchups there. But yeah, so a reminder that tomorrow we have a show, but then Thursday and Friday there will be no shows. I will be back then on Monday, the following Monday. So just wanted to remind you guys about that. Probably remind you again tomorrow. So make sure to pay attention to that. So tomorrow we'll do our picks. We'll preview all the games as well, and yeah, and that'll be it. And that is pretty much it for the show for today. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure to check out all the other shows as well. Make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the video. And until next time, I'm Kenneth Grunfelder signing off from the GSMC Football Podcast brought to you by the GSMC Sports Network. Have a good day, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Take care.